An isolation transformer has a 277 volts primary winding and a 120 volt secondary winding. When 277 volts is applied to the primary winding, it induces a voltage of 120 volts in the secondary winding. The secondary winding is electrically isolated from the primary winding, providing isolation from the input voltage. The brown wire in a standard 120 volt circuit is typically the hot or live conductor, while the orange wire is the neutral conductor. However, in an isolation transformer, the polarity may be reversed. This is because the transformer's secondary winding is connected in reverse order compared to the primary winding. As a result, the brown wire in the isolation panel could be the neutral conductor, and the orange wire could be the hot conductor. When using a plug-in polarity tester, it indicates a reverse polarity in all outlets because it expects the brown wire to be hot and the orange wire to be neutral. However, in the isolation panel, the polarity might be reversed, so the tester shows a reverse polarity. The isolation transformer provides 120 volts between the two phases, brown and orange wires. However, there is no voltage between these wires and ground. This is because the transformer's secondary winding is isolated from the primary winding, which is grounded. If you are experiencing this issue, here are some troubleshooting tips. Firstly, verify the transformer connections according to the manufacturer's specifications. Secondly, use a digital multimeter to measure the voltage between the brown and orange wires. This should be 120 volts. Then measure between each wire and ground. That should be 0 volts. Thirdly, if the polarity is still reversed, check if the transformer is wired correctly and if the polarity of the input power is reversed. To elaborate on transformer operation, we need to understand the fundamental principles of electromagnetic induction. A transformer consists of two or more coils of wire, electrically isolated but magnetically linked, wound around a common core. The primary winding is connected to the input voltage, while the secondary winding provides the output voltage. The core is typically made of a ferromagnetic material, such as iron, which enhances the magnetic field. When an alternating current flows through the primary winding, it creates a fluctuating magnetic field in the core. This magnetic field, in turn, induces a voltage in the secondary winding. The magnitude of the induced voltage depends on the turns ratio between the primary and secondary windings. The turns ratio is the ratio of the number of turns in the primary winding to the number of turns in a secondary winding. In the case of an isolation transformer, the turns ratio is chosen to provide a specific voltage transformation, such as 277 volts to 120 volts. The electrical isolation between the primary and secondary windings is achieved by physically separating the windings and using insulating materials. This isolation prevents direct current flow between the input and output circuits, providing protection against electrical shock and ground loops. The polarity reversal in the isolation transformer can be attributed to the way the secondary winding is connected. In a standard transformer, the secondary winding is typically connected in phase with the primary winding, meaning that the voltage waveforms are in the same direction. However, in some isolation transformers, the secondary winding is connected in reverse phase, meaning that the voltage waveforms are in opposite directions. This reverse phase connection results in a polarity reversal in the output voltage. The polarity tester, designed for standard wiring configurations, assumes that the brown wire is hot and the orange wire is neutral. When the polarity is reversed, the tester detects the voltage on the orange wire, indicating a reverse polarity. It's important to note that the reverse polarity does not necessarily indicate a safety hazard. The isolation transformer still provides electrical isolation and voltage transformation as intended. However, it can cause confusion when using standard electrical testers and equipment. To ensure proper operation and safety, it's crucial to verify the wiring and polarity of the isolation transformer according to the manufacturer's instructions. The absence of voltage between the secondary winding and ground is a key characteristic of isolation transformers. This is because the secondary winding is not directly connected to ground. The primary winding may be grounded for safety reasons, but the secondary winding remains isolated. This isolation from ground provides several benefits. Firstly, it eliminates ground loops, which can cause unwanted noise and interference in sensitive electronic equipment. Secondly, it reduces the risk of electrical shock, as there is no direct path to ground from the secondary circuit. Thirdly, it allows for the creation of a floating ground system, where the secondary circuit is referenced to a different ground potential than the primary circuit. When troubleshooting polarity issues with isolation transformers, it's essential to use a multimeter to accurately measure voltages and verify wiring connections. The multimeter can measure the voltage between the brown and orange wires, which should be 120 volts. It can also measure the voltage between each wire and ground, which should be 0 volts. If the voltages are not as expected, it indicates a wiring problem or a faulty transformer. In addition to verifying the transformer connections, it's also important to check the polarity of the input power. If the input power is wired incorrectly, it can cause the transformer to output the wrong voltage or polarity. To check the input power polarity, use a multimeter to measure the voltage between the hot and neutral wires. The voltage should be 277 volts. If the voltage is not correct, it indicates a problem with the input power wiring. When working with electrical equipment, it's always important to follow safety precautions. Firstly, disconnect the power before working on any electrical circuits. Secondly, use insulated tools and wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses. Thirdly, never work on electrical equipment when you are wet or standing in water. Fourthly, if you are not comfortable working with electricity, consult a qualified electrician. Isolation transformers are commonly used in medical equipment, industrial control systems, and other applications where electrical isolation is required. They provide a safe and reliable way to isolate sensitive equipment from the power grid and reduce the risk of electrical shock and ground loops. Understanding the operation and troubleshooting of isolation transformers is essential for anyone working with electrical equipment. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can safely and effectively troubleshoot polarity issues and ensure the proper operation of your isolation transformer. Remember to always consult the manufacturer's specifications and follow safety precautions when working with electrical equipment. The principles discussed apply to various types of isolation transformers, regardless of their specific application. While the voltage levels and wiring configurations may differ, the fundamental concepts of electromagnetic induction, polarity reversal, and electrical isolation remain the same. By grasping these core principles, you can confidently troubleshoot and maintain isolation transformers in a wide range of electrical systems. In summary, isolation transformers provide electrical isolation, voltage transformation, and protection against ground loops. Polarity reversal can occur due to the way the secondary winding is connected. Troubleshooting involves verifying transformer connections, measuring voltages with a multimeter, and checking the polarity of the input power. Always follow safety precautions when working with electrical equipment. The information presented should help in understanding why a polarity tester indicates reverse polarity in outlets connected to an isolation transformer. By understanding the transformer's operation, polarity reversal, and troubleshooting steps, one can effectively diagnose and resolve such issues. The absence of voltage between the wires and ground is a key safety feature, and proper wiring verification is crucial for safe operation. Remember to consult manufacturer specifications and adhere to electrical safety guidelines. When addressing issues related to isolation transformers, consider the specific application and load requirements. Ensure that the transformer is appropriately sized for the intended load and that the wiring is adequate to handle the current. Overloading the transformer or using undersized wiring can lead to overheating, voltage drops, and potential safety hazards. Regularly inspect the transformer for any signs of damage, such as cracked insulation, loose connections, or corrosion. Replace any damaged components promptly to maintain the transformer's reliability and safety. Keep the transformer clean and free from dust and debris to prevent overheating and ensure proper ventilation. Consider implementing a preventive maintenance program to periodically inspect and test the transformer's performance. This can help identify potential problems early on and prevent costly downtime. When selecting an isolation transformer, consider the following factors. Firstly, the input and output voltage requirements. Secondly, the power rating of the load. Thirdly, the level of isolation required. Fourthly, the environmental conditions such as temperature and humidity. Fifthly, any applicable safety standards and regulations. Choose a transformer that meets all of these requirements and is certified by a reputable testing laboratory. Isolation transformers can be used in various applications, including medical equipment, industrial control systems, audio equipment, and laboratory instruments. In medical equipment, isolation transformers protect patients and healthcare professionals from electrical shock. In industrial control systems, they isolate sensitive electronic equipment from the noisy power grid. In audio equipment, they reduce ground loops and improve sound quality. In laboratory instruments, they provide a stable and isolated power source for sensitive measurements. When installing an isolation transformer, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Ensure that the transformer is properly grounded and that all connections are tight and secure. Use appropriate wiring methods and materials to comply with local electrical codes. Label the transformer clearly to indicate its purpose and voltage ratings. Provide adequate ventilation around the transformer to prevent overheating. When making any modifications to the electrical system, consult a qualified electrician. They can ensure that the modifications are done safely and in compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Remember that working with electricity can be dangerous. Always take precautions to protect yourself and others from electrical shock. By following these guidelines, you can ensure the safe and reliable operation of your isolation transformer. The concepts presented are foundational for anyone working with electrical systems. They are applicable across various industries and applications. A solid understanding of these concepts will enable you to troubleshoot and maintain electrical equipment effectively and safely. It's important to stay updated on the latest electrical codes and regulations. These codes are designed to protect people and property from electrical hazards. By complying with these codes, you can ensure that your electrical systems are safe and reliable. Consider attending training courses and workshops to enhance your knowledge and skills in electrical troubleshooting and maintenance. These courses can provide you with hands-on experience and valuable insights into the latest technologies and best practices. By investing in your education, you can become a more competent and confident electrical professional. The principles outlined in this video are applicable to both single-phase and three-phase isolation transformers. While three-phase transformers have more complex wiring configurations, the fundamental concepts of electromagnetic induction, polarity reversal, and electrical isolation remain the same. When working with three-phase transformers, it's important to understand the phase relationships and voltage polarities. Use a multimeter to verify the voltages and phase angles before connecting any equipment. Three-phase transformers are commonly used in industrial applications to power large motors, machinery, and other heavy equipment. They provide a more efficient and reliable power source than single-phase transformers. When selecting a three-phase isolation transformer, consider the following factors. Firstly, the kVA rating of the load. Secondly, the voltage levels and phase relationships. Thirdly, the impedance of the transformer. Fourthly, the efficiency of the transformer. Choose a transformer that meets all of these requirements and is certified by a reputable testing laboratory. Regular maintenance is crucial for ensuring the long-term reliability of three-phase isolation transformers. Inspect the transformer regularly for any signs of damage, such as oil leaks, corrosion, or overheating. Test the insulation resistance of the windings to detect any signs of deterioration. Clean the transformer regularly to remove dust and debris. Replace any worn or damaged components promptly. By implementing a comprehensive maintenance program, you can extend the life of your three-phase isolation transformer and prevent costly downtime. The topics covered offer practical guidance for dealing with polarity issues in isolation transformers. Applying this knowledge will contribute to safer and more reliable electrical systems. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals when needed.